In this video, I'll go over a simple but powerful element of all Excel functions or formulas. It's called absolute versus relative reference. Have you ever looked in an Excel formula and seen dollar signs in them? The dollar signs tell Excel what to do if you copy and paste the formula to another cell. So let's go over an example. I made this simple spreadsheet for us to use. It calculates the total price of some fruit that has a discount. Nothing that you see in there right now is a formula yet. They are all just numbers. So let's enter the discount for apples. If I'm calculating the discount from the price, it's as easy as equals, click the price, times the discount percent. 22 cents. If we want to calculate the subtotal for apples, obviously we want to subtract the discount from the price. And I'm going to put it in parentheses. Then multiply by the quantity of apples. There's the subtotal. The next thing we want to do is copy these formulas down to the other fruit. But I can tell you right now that's going to cause a problem. But I'm going to do it anyway, so you'll see what the problem is. Let's do a copy and then paste. And it gets 0. Why would it be 0? That makes no sense. If you click in the formula bar up here, it'll highlight the cells that it's using. Because both of these cells in the formula are relative references, they have no dollar signs, they're relative references, this formula thinks of these cells as the cell 3 rows above me and 1 to my left. It doesn't think of it as use B1 all the time. So when we copy and paste, it still thinks of it as 3 rows up and 1 to the left, which is not the right cell. So let's delete that and click back in this formula up here and tell it that this is an absolute reference, this B1. The shortcut to do that is to hit F4 while you have your cursor anywhere around B1, any of those 3 spots. Those dollar signs mean, first of all, that it's an absolute column and an absolute reference to a row. So if I copy and paste this down, it's going to stay on row 1. If I copy and paste it left, which would make no sense in this spreadsheet, but if it ever did happen, if you copy and paste it right or left, it's not going to change the column. You could do something like that if you wanted to, and it would be able to change that 1, but it wouldn't change the B ever. So now that we have that absolute reference in there, we can hit copy, paste. And when we click in the formula, it's using the correct cells. B5 was a relative reference that basically says use the cell to my left. B1 is an absolute reference that says use B1. No matter what, use B1. And we will copy this one down to here too. Just as an extra tidbit, there's a little square in the bottom right of your cell that will copy and paste formulas for you as well. All you do is click it and drag it down, and it fills in those extra formulas. Like that. Just a faster way to copy and paste a formula. Let's look at this formula. In this formula, it's using these. It's not using this one. So we want those to be relative, because when we drag the formula down, we want it to be the ones on this row, not stay on that row. So we'll just use the formula as it is, and there's the totals, subtotals. For the grand total, let's use the function we discussed in the last video, sum. And you can highlight and close parentheses. And there's the grand total. As a shortcut to that, another extra tidbit, you can highlight all of those, including the empty cell below them, and hit this auto sum button. And it automatically knows you want to do the exact same formula. That wraps up this video. So if you enjoyed this short tutorial, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share with anyone you think would benefit from it. Also, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching. The next video will be one that very few people know about. If you frequently use multiple sheets, especially if the sheets are very similar to each other, and you ever find yourself wanting to make a summary sheet of those other sheets. For instance, say your store has 20-something branches and you want a sheet for every branch, but you also want a summary sheet that will add the totals from all those branches. Then this next video will be something that you should benefit from. Subscribe to be sure you don't miss it. Thanks.